You know, earlier this morning I saw a few people exercising already, cyclists, joggers and people walking their dogs. You can comfortably say that spring is in the air. Good morning, I'm Robin Jansma and welcome to Lowveld Today. It is our daily live morning show about all that happens in the Lowveld. We're all excited about the start of the Currie Cup season and the Stevil Pumas taking on the Cheetahs for their first match at the Mbombela Stadium, and Captain Corné Steenkamp playing his 150th game. I hope you're in a good weekend mood. Let's check in on the weather and traffic before we start and what's headlining in the Lowveld today. Today we look at the Bike of the Year finalists. We have a look at some of the matric farewell dresses and recently the Model Aircraft Air Show. Your early morning start will have cool temperatures today and tomorrow, but from Sunday your afternoons will be mild and sunny. No rain expected in the Lowveld, with maximums ranging from 21 to 24. And on the R40 between Hazyview and White River, we had a bit of mist earlier this morning, but that will clear soon. Coming in from Pretoria on the N4, it was a smooth ride with no issues as far as it pertains to stationary vehicles. In the Nelspruit city centre, we have traffic lights out on the corner of Brown and Henschel, and in the Riverside Park area on the R40, we have some roadworks, but nothing affecting the inbound traffic this morning. Now, with so many awards doing the rounds, like the best restaurant, the best festival, or the top song on the radio, we took the ride to see what it is all about when the experts have to decide which motorcycle will be considered as the best for 2014. This year, the annual Pirelli Bike of the Year is announced on Friday, the 8th of August, at the annual Motorcycle Industry Expo. And we had an exclusive peek behind the scenes as the 9 finalists were put through their paces between Sabi and Hazyview.
Ons het 9 finaliste. Daar's 2 Yamahas, die MT-07 en die MT-09. 2 BMW's, die nuwe 1200 GS Adventure en hierdie ene die S1000R wat basies 'n kaler weergawe van BMW se superfiets is. Suzuki se nuwe DL1000 V-Strom. 2 Ducatis, die Panigale 899 wat 'n middelslag superfiets is en die 1200 Monster en Kawasaki se Z1000 wat ook 'n kaalfiets is. Ons het met almal gery, ons is nou in Hazyview. Ons het gister uit Johannesburg uit weggetrek en maar die gewone pad gery tot op Belfast en toe van daar af 'n bietjie ordentlik. En ons maak maar beurt, jy weet, jy kry nie 'n fiets, dis nie jou fiets nie. My gevoel is dat alhoewel die 1200 GS laas jaar gewen het, gaan jy Adventure dit dalk hierdie jaar weer doen. Dis nie 'n goedkoop fiets nie, R207.500 rand. Maar ek reken die top 3 fietsse, die 1200 Adventure, die S1000R, KTM se 1290 Super Duke, ekskuus ek het hom nou uitgelaat. En dalk die Ducati Monster, is nogal 'n redelike gewilde fiets. Maar nie een van hierdie fietsse is vrot nie. Ons moes gestem het uit 'n lang lys. Ons het uiteindelik 8 finaliste kry, toe die Yamaha MT-09 en die MT-07 eweveel stemme. En die beste plek om te kom waardeer is hier in die Lowveld, jy weet.
Inderdaad, my geld is op die BMW 1200 Adventure. Sterkte vir al die finaliste. The private ambulance industry has been making great strides since its inception in the mid-90s. Until now, any person or organization could start and operate an ambulance service without being subjected to any form of regulation. This could all change if government's newly proposed regulations are adopted. We spoke to High Tech Security, who recently joined the ambulance service industry.
The first thing is they want all of us to be licensed. Okay, like I said, there is a licensing service. There is the PHF, the Board for Healthcare Funders, as well as SAPISA, the South African Private Ambulance Emergency Service Association. But those are not compulsory. The smallest services is going to definitely feel the pinch because we're not fitted out the way that the government wants us to be. So it's going to have a bit of a negative effect. I know it's going to push up the standard. That is a good idea. But there is not really that much wrong with the service. We have private companies that does our cleaning for us. So we don't understand why we need to have this facility by our place. It is a good idea. But like I said, I think they must just phase it in slowly. Yeah, give it time. Just make it more visible in what they want is exactly to be done. But also, if they want us to stay with the standard, they should also provide the same standard to their clients, which is not happening. So I feel if you want to regulate us, make sure your standard is the same as ours, because currently ours is much better than what the government is.
And from ambulances to aeroplanes. For most aviation enthusiasts, the dream of being able to fly starts with obtaining a private flying license. Yet, for others, it's all about flying whilst keeping their feet safely on the ground. Radio-controlled airplanes took to the sky last Saturday at what has been absent in the Lowveld for a number of years, the Lowveld Model Aircraft Club's air show.
It's definitely the year for air shows in the Lowveld. And although this air show was at the much smaller scale in aircraft size and visitors, it was a family event well worth attending.
We have our first air show in about 12 years. Lomac used to have an air show once a year, and we've now brought that tradition back after 10 years. We're running from a Eurofighter jet all the way down to a Batman that we're flying as well. We've got a Liver Hexi, and then we've got everything in between. Stuff from 170 cc's all the way down.
And he's airborne, wheels in.
And if the planes weren't enough, the organisers had another sweet surprise for the kids.
Yeah, it was a sweet drop. We actually did 2 of them. We've got another one coming where we drop a bunch of sweets for the kids and let them out and run around on the runway.
Casey is very impressed with us. This is really suiting. Are you ready?
Building and flying a model aircraft has become more affordable. And with the right skills, a plane could last for more than 10 years.
Some of us are flying aircraft that are 15 years old still. It just depends on your skill level and what you're flying and what have you. It's become a lot cheaper with a lot of the Chinese imported stuff that's come around, and most of the models that we fly that are flying nowadays that are here are already pre-assembled, built. So basically, it's a very quick, when I say quick, 20 hours to put an aircraft together instead of 20 months.
The Lowveld Aircraft Model Club gets together at Rockets Drift every Sunday from 10 in the morning until late.
This is Lowveld Today, your weekly update to interesting events and news in the Lowveld. You know, the excitement of many students' final days at school ends with their matric farewell, where lessons learned throughout their high school career are all put to the test. But one lesson that remains a stumbling block for many parents is that of budget. We spoke to Alex from Zella Fashion about styles and the all-important budget.
Ladies and gentlemen, our first couple has arrived.
We understand that a lot of people want the designer experience, but unfortunately due to today's times, not everybody has the designer budget. We do offer catalogue dresses, where what we do is we order from our supplier overseas. So you deal with the East, but through ourselves. We take your measurements. The dresses come back really well. So those are what people can do if they want the designer experience. There's many other alternatives, Etienne. A lot of girls, they will buy their own fabrics. They maybe have a gran or an aunt who's a really good seamstress, and they buy a pattern and they get a dress made that way. That is normally the entry level of the budget. You can go shopping. I would advise people to be nervous about going to Joburg. I have a couple of matric girls who go to Joburg 3 times to save the price of 500 Rand on a dress, and we forget that it costs 1,000 Rand a time there and back to Joburg. We do have a lot of good dressmakers in Nelspruit that could help them. You can order online yourself. What I have witnessed this year, though, is it's been a bit hit and miss. I've had a couple of frantic repair jobs in our studio of girls who have ordered dresses and they haven't quite fit. I would say if you have a very standard figure, a standard 34, standard 36, there's less risk ordering online. But if you're a girl who's maybe more apple shaped, maybe more busty or particularly hippie and small on the top, be wary of that, because the things that could go wrong are much greater.
Nelspruit Hoërskool het verlede week hulle volledig toegeruste tennissentrum in gebruik geneem. Die tennisbane was in die 1950s gebou, maar moes met meer onlangse verbeteringe by die skool agter in die ry staan. Die tennissentrum beskik oor 'n ontvangsarea, kombuis, ablusie en toesluitgeriewe. Die oud leerling en eens kranige tennisspeler meneer Hendrik Strydom het die lint kom sny vir die inwyding.
Mense, dis my baie groot voorreg om vanaand ook van my kant af eerstens vir almal baie welkom te sê. En die besonder kinders, julle is die rede hoekom ons al hierdie goed doen en hoekom ons ook vanaand hier is. Weet net julle lê oorskool Nelspruit baie na in die hart. Wat vir my baie spesiaal was, toe ons begin het met hierdie projek en ons begin afbreek en nuus begin bou en ontwikkel en mooi maak, julle opgewondenheid, julle nuuskierigheid om te kom kyk, te kom vra. Vanaand, as ons in die kinders vasloop, hy blink in die oog van opgewondenheid te sien en te sê, "Jesus meneer, dis baie lekker." Wie julle mense nee, dit maak dit baie spesiaal. Dit is regtig waar ook praktyk by die skool oor jare, dat ons by die skool sê, ons belê nie om kinders te koop nie. Ons belê nie om beurse vir kinders gratis te gee nie. Maar kom ons belê in goeie fasiliteite, goeie kompetisie, goeie afrigters, sodat al die kinders in die skool daarin kan deel en daarin kan meeleef.
Baie geluk aan die leerlinge daar. Nou, die Curriebeeker seisoen is op ons en hierdie naweek is dit die eerste wedstryd op die Mbombela stadion tussen die Pumas en die Cheetahs. En vanoggend slaan die golfspelers af op Matumi ten bate van die Pro-Life Pet Rescue. Fondse wat met hierdie golfdag ingesamel word is bestem vir 'n nuwe veeartseny fasiliteit by Pro-Life Pet Rescue. Pro-Life is reeds in die Lowveld bekend daarvoor om honde en katte wat nie 'n tuiste het nie te versorg en dan beskikbaar te stel vir aanneming deur nuwe eienaars.
Etienne, dit is vir ons noem dit ons wetroom, waar ons eie veearts gaan aanstel, wat vir ons gaan die diere by die sanctuary almal self kan behandel en steriliseer, as ook minder bevoorregte gemeenskappe se diere sal kan help.
Hoekom 'n wetroom? Hoekom nie net 'n veearts in die dorp nie?
Ons gebruik al vir die afgelope 3 jaar die veeartse in die dorp en hulle is baie goed vir ons, maar ons behoefte het so groot geword dat die kostes net hand uitgeruk het. En hoe meer diere ons kan help, hoe beter. So as ons eie veeartskamer kan aanbou, dan gaan ons net baie meer diere kan help weens die koste wat daaraan verbonde is.
Het julle nou al struktuur, het julle plek?
Ons het die plek, dit gaan nie by die sanctuary wees, langs ons kantoorkamp. En ons het 'n struktuur gekry, 'n staalraam van 8 by 6 meter wat vir ons geskenk was en ons moet nou basies om invul en om opbou. So ons het al wat ons op hierdie stadium het is die struktuur, maar verder kort ons nou die res van die mure, die ceiling, die dak en die fondasie.
This is Lowveld Today, and next we speak to Rolf Kotze, the CEO of Sports Unite at the Mbombela Stadium, about their new introduced care line and a scary visitor during a safari trip at the National Kruger Park. Stay with us.
There's a saying that says, where the chef is the owner, you can trust the food. We offer guests to the Lowveld a refreshing dining experience. Pioneers has been rated not only in Hazyview, but also in Mpumalanga as the best restaurant for the last 2 years on TripAdvisor.
The Mbombela Stadium has launched its own care line. This new quick response mobile service or SMS service has been launched in an effort to assist in medical emergencies and to divert a potential conflict before it actually starts.
Die nommer is 072 606 9784. Die gedagte daarmee is dat enige persoon wat wedstryd bywoon by die stadion, in enige stadion die nommer kan SMS. In baie keer ontstaan daar 'n konflik wanneer iemand self 'n probleem probeer oplos. Daar mag dalk iemand wees wat onder die invloed van drank is en dalk vloek voor die kinders, of jy weet iemand wat ongemaklik voel oor die gedrag van 'n mede-toeskouer. En dan wat gebeur is persone konfronteer mekaar dan en dis waar baie keer 'n geveg ontstaan omdat mense dit jy weet self probeer oplos. En ons wil dit eintlik maar net voorkom. Maar dit kan ook wees dat 'n persoon net bloot dalk mediese hulp nodig het, jy weet, en dat mens dalk vinnig so iemand kan help. Dis maar net nog 'n metode om te verseker dat toeskouers aangename ervaring het en dat mense gemaklik moet voel. Dis maar 'n resepie waaraan ons werk om seker te maak dat daar moet niks wees wat persone keer om te sê ek wil graag stadion toe kom en ons wil dit maar so aanspreek.
Hier is die nommer nog 'n keer, 072 606 9784. And now, our video trending in the Lowveld today. Driving along a quiet, dusty road and enjoying a late afternoon sightseeing safari, you do not want to be surprised by one of these. And with all the people sitting around and having a look at this, oh my goodness, where does it go to? Well, you'll find out once you get to the next picnic stop.
Now everybody must suddenly run and see what he does when he's not looking.
Ek sê een ding, ek sal nie sommer net aan hom vat nie, veral as hy begin beweeg. Nou ja, Nelspruit will go up to a maximum of 20 today. In the Kruger Park, it will be warmer at 24, and the rest of the Lowveld today will have sunny conditions with maximums of 14 in White River. In Graskop and Sabi, we have 12, Malalan, Komatipoort up to 28, and Barberton 20. In the higher lying areas, Lydenburg will be on 19, and cooler temperatures in the Highveld areas like Belfast up to 16. Pretoria and Johannesburg around 22, Polokwane and Tsenin up to 21. A final look at the traffic. The R40 between White River and Nelspruit runs steadily at 63 kilometers an hour, with an inbound traffic from Barberton also on the R40 smooth and clear. The only time you may need to add to your travelling this morning is between Malalan and Nelspruit on the N4 between Kanyamazan and Matsulu, with the stop and go still in progress due to the widening of the road surface in the Crocodile Gorge. Have a safe trip and keep us updated on Twitter with the hashtag traffic if you find any problems that we should be talking about. Well, that's it for the Lowveld today. For more info on the show, you can go to www.lowveld.today. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see you back here at Monday morning at 8 o'clock. Tell your friends to join us. I'm Robin Jansma. Now, let's go and work.